Hey, Titters. How you doing? Hey, Tempest. Hey, Eagle. How you both doing? Hey, Rocket. How you doing? Mixed day, good stream. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Elysium. How you doing? Hey, Brinty. How you doing? And thank you very much for the follow. So I've got something cool to show you folks today, if it works. Also, I've been able to re-rig my setup, so you've not got a load of stuff blocking the view of the camera anymore. Other than a bit of my microphone, but that's not so bad, right? Managed to get hold of Cyborg in RimWorld, and befitting him, he's an old beardy man with a bad back. Oh, bless him. Oh shit, I died. Okay, that's fine. As long as, you know, I died doing something cool or something like that. No die. Kidnap. Oh, I got kidnapped. Well, that's exciting. 'Cause I'm not stuck with them. They're stuck with me. They'll bring me back. Don't worry. They'll get sick of me eventually. During a raid. Aw, you don't have to worry about rescuing me. Hey Sam, how you doing? I mean, Operation Rescue Squig is still cool, but you know, you don't have to rescue me. Thank you very much for the host, Dammy. How you doing today, friend? Oh, wicked. Okay, fair enough. Then you definitely have to rescue me. So, I'm going to show you something cool before I do any painting today. So I'm just going to move her out of the way for a second. There's two different greens on that palette now, yeah? So, this one here is the Army Painter, definitely not Dark Angel green, which is already on her. It's very shiny. Pretty good. Glad to hear it, Sam. But this one some folks might recognise. It's an old hex pot. I mean, it's not the oldest paint ever, obviously, but my snot green still works. I'm very excited about this. It's a pot of snot, indeed. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased that it still works. Because most of my hex pots I had to throw out. Some of them I didn't, like the elf flesh, wherever that is. That's in a dropper bottle now. Oh yes, Eagle. Oh yes. I think snot green's probably the one that's closest to the old green that they used to use for the bases, isn't it? From that generation of paint. So, these are the only greens I own. I need to fix that at some point. But what I'm thinking is a very darkened down snot green for the highlights on her cape, and then a darkened down angel green for the other bits. Hokey doke, Dammy. Looks brighter than Goblin. Maybe. But yeah, I also had another thought whilst I was setting up today. So she's an archivist. She's a curator of books, of knowledge, and she looks vaguely magical, I think. What about if we used some colour shift, just like, she's a nerd. Yeah, she is. Why do you think I'm painting her? What about if we used some colour shift to give, like, just a thin layer, just to give her cloak like a faintly magical look? What do you think? Or maybe just little bits of her cloak, maybe just the inside. Okie dokie, will you enjoy your food? It's the red gobbo in distilled form. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the shading first, and then I'll do like a little test area, maybe on the inside of the cloak, to see how it looks, and go from there. They blended the red gobbo? Yeah, exactly. I'm feeling much better now, thank you, Tempest. Bernie, the hot oat dinosaur, has really earned his keep today. Got to admit, I felt absolutely awful this morning. Might make it look a bit too hard. Fair point, Brinty. I'll have to think about it. I mean, what we could do is we could always do the inside of her cloak in a different colour and make it something a bit more, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Right, that's what I was going to do. I want this one, I think. No, I want this one. Really need to reorganise my brushes because they're all avarky again. So I'm going to start off with the detail brush today. Deliberately trying not to just go to my default brush. Oh, you bugger, that's thin. I think... Yeah, I definitely have. Okay, so my snot, my snot green even, not my actual snot, has Liquitex in it. So this is one that Slow and I have rejuvenated, which is why, I don't know if you can see that, it's like super thin. Which means I don't need much water to basically turn it into nothing. I'm probably gonna, once I've put these sort of highlighted areas in, just wash over the whole thing with probably a black or a brown wash. Managed to get my hands on some IG Valkyrie pilot helmets. Oh, nice! Well, good luck with the kit bashing, Rocket. I hope I'll get to see some pictures. I've tried. I'm gonna drop down to the insane detail instead for this, because I really don't want to get too much of this on it, because it will look weird. No, because of the shininess of the base coat, you probably won't be able to see much of this for a minute, but... Kind of looks like she's wearing an anorak at the minute, doesn't it? That's better. Just getting a bit that had snuck into a gap there. So how's everybody's day been anyway? Get my Bob Ross on. Oh yeah, that'd be wicked, Bryn. I know I'm not exactly channeling Bob Ross here, but Bob Ross is what I aspire to when it comes to miniature painting. Like I want people to feel like if I can do it, then they can do it too. And I want these streams to be chill. It's been mixed. Currently waiting for a reply from my HRT supplier. Read the blood tests. Guitar parts finally arrived. Can't wait to set up. I can imagine Tidders. Like, I know I responded to your tweet and was just sort of mardy about the fact that my thing had been delayed again. But I immediately, after I'd hit send, went, oh shit, that means Tidders' guitar parts have arrived. Brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with that stuff. Like, making your own guitar is something I don't think I could ever do. I don't have the knowledge, the tools, or the skill set for that matter, but and I really hope they sort their shit out when it comes to your blood test, because like the way they've faffed you about is really unfair. Oh, that's Porthos spinning around, headbutting my chair in the process. Thanks, mate. So this is definitely from CNC. I recognise it. There's my mixtape. Oh, hey, Hollow Destruction. How you doing? Porthos is okay. He's just, being moody, I think, is the best way of describing it. I have been working from the couch since December when I caught COVID because I have not had the physical wherewithal to actually sit at my desk for more than maybe half an hour at a time. Like for a really prolonged period of time, I was only coming to my desk to do my streams, and then I was sleeping immediately afterwards. I wasn't even eating or anything because I was just so tired. And Porthos has gotten used to me just being downstairs all the time, where he can lay on my lap and cuddle up to me and just basically have whatever he wants whenever he wants. And last week I finally moved back upstairs and started working from my office. So now I'm spending quite a few hours every day in my office, sitting at my computer where he can't get to me. And he's had a couple of tantrums about it, which is cute, but not massively helpful when you're in the middle of a meeting. So what I've decided to do, as you may have noticed, is I'm actually using this really thinned out snot green to lighten up the entirety of the cloak, because how shiny it was bugging me. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Tempest, Tidders, Hollow Destruction, and Rockethead for the treats for Porthos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you go, buddy. He heard me go, oh, and went, must be treat time. So has appeared underneath my desk, specifically to acquire the treats. Hey, Buff, how you doing? Been sitting at my desk for a year. Yeah. Oh, I mean, to be fair, it's done me some good sitting on the couch for a bit. But, hey, buddy. You want to come up? Or do you want me to get Dad to feed you? You want your tea? Might have to send Slow a message in a sec. Yeah, I didn't like how shiny her cloak was, because you can still see where I've not gone over it with anything yet. It's really shiny, and it looks like she's wearing an anorak, which is just weird to me. So she's going for a slightly more foresty green. Cloak instead, just because it on earth is this? This isn't cheerful. Hello, Porthos. You want more treats, don't you? Do you want to come and sit so people can see you? Boop. Come on then. Huh. Leona Lewis did stuff for fucking Final Fantasy? That's weird. Look, you can either come up and sit with me for a bit, or you can bugger off, but you ain't gonna get treats. Come on. Come on. Don't just expect and not do it. I have to work for my money too. Oops. Ah, well. Come on. Good boy. There we go. You might get, a shot of the dog soon. I mean, that's one way to do it, mate. There you go. Oh. This is, at least in part, a track from Paprika. Can anybody guess where the treats are? It's actually nice. I don't know who put this in, but good on you. Actually, it will tell me, won't it? Oh no, because it's already gone into the player. It was Cyborg. Ah. I'm a big Susumu Hirasawa fan, so this is good in my books. Oh. No patience, you, eh, dog? Welcome back, Eagle. Did you enjoy your food? Yes. Beef patty and rice. That sounds nice. Don't mind me not painting anything because I'm too busy making the dog bank left and right. So many games coming out this month. Like, Monster Hunter comes out on Friday, I think. You did, Cyborg, and thank you. I'm quite fond of this track. Well, the original version. But this is perfectly good, too. How you doing, Cyborg? Who needs new games when you have Valheim? I know, but like SMT3 Remastered comes out Friday as well, I think. Slow burst into the bedroom yesterday and was like, "Did you know that Shin Megami Tensei 3 is getting a remaster and it's coming to Steam?" And I just looked at him. just stared at him. And he went, "Oh, okay then," and left. I didn't even have to say anything. Bitch, of course I know. Aha! This should work, I think. In theory, this will work. I'm just trying to dull some of the shine. Go on then, if you want to go. Hey, Kian, how you doing? Oh, yes. Thanks to the amazing Wheezy and Duke Silver dropping fucking sub bombs during my anniversary stream, I unlocked another emote slot, which meant that I could give you all access to Rad Porthos. But I appear to have run out of emote slots that I can actually unlock now. Writing a comic thing. That's really cool. Right, seeing as Porthos has buggered off. Hi. Is that working? I think it's working. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Have I ever told you lot that you have fab taste in music? I think that's looking better already, don't you? It's really good, isn't it, Dammy? Yes, much better. Hey, Zatheo. How you doing? Now, I would not be offended at all if I was no longer your favourite squig after the Rideable Squigs announcement. Because damn, those things are cool. Yeah, it was fair points, Theo. Well made. I mean, didn't somebody make a potato play games on Twitch once? People do all sorts of weird shit. Yes, Kian. The most recent, unless I've lost a load of time, um, Warhammer announcement included a new model for a rideable squig. I mean, it had an orc on it, but, you know, who gives a shit about that? Squig is better than orc, exactly. Yeah, it's so cool. If my other squigs had actually arrived already, I'd be sorely tempted. But seeing as they're still not fucking here, knife between two of my colonists took off an ear. Oh gosh, that's oh dear. Can you folks still hear the music? My headphone's gone to sleep. Yeah, my headphones have gone to sleep. They do that sometimes. When they feel like it, though, not any other time. For a sec. There we go. Now I can hear it again. Oh, no. I mean, that is the kind of thing Wheezy would do. But, oh no. Yeah, sometimes my headphones, even when they're fully charged like they are today, they just go, nap time. I still love them though. They're great. Yeah, I'm really glad that I decided to do this instead of what I was originally going to do. Because it's taken all the shine out of it. Which is great. And it's given it some really nice definition as well, I think. That I definitely wouldn't have been able to achieve with just the dark green. I guess for once, not having enough paints has actually paid off. Got an eye bitten out. Bloody hell. Oh, that's great, Kian. I should really start Yakuza. Any of them. Like, I own them. Most of them. Not the new one. Just never got around to actually playing them. She's terribly remiss of me. Oops. Sorry, I punched the camera then. Hey, Modhail, how you doing? Oh, that's gone dry. That's a pity. Okay, nope. Time for me to trot out the favourite, the comfort blanket of paintbrushes. The Psycho. Oops. And apparently drop it into my lap before I can use it. There we go. A little too much on there. That's okay, because I can spread it out. There we go. Back to the detail so that I can quickly just catch that in. There we go. There we go. That should be easier to do this at this angle. Oh wow, Dammy, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. Bots are a pain in the arse. Yeah, same here, as Tidders. I put followers only mode on. If nothing else, it makes it easier for my mods. I'm glad you're feeling better, Modhail. I hope the rest of the Goji of stomach bugs pisses off soon, so that you can, you know, actually start enjoying things properly again. Let's do this with the regiment brush. I'm just making myself some more of that dark green. But I've deliberately gone a bit darker this time. So it's, you could almost say it's just a black shade, but it's not. Make sure I've got the Psycho. Yep. I'm sure there are much quicker, easier ways of doing this, using either contrast paints or like with washes and stuff like that. But I kind of like doing it manually, for want of a better description. Like, I get an immense amount of satisfaction out of watching the colours build up over time. Starting with that sort of really bland flat colour like we did with the shiny green, and just slowly adding little layers and little details until you've got something with a load of depth. And I mean, I'm by no means the best at it, but it's still really fun, really cathartic, very satisfying. But that's just me. Some folks prefer to get their minis painted really quickly, and that's what is satisfying for them, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's one of the nice things about this hobby, if you ask me. There's so many different approaches that can be taken to it. And none of them is the right approach, you know? There is no wrong or right way to paint your miniatures. And I think that level of freedom in a medium that is essentially like a 3D colouring book it's pretty special. Yay! Love a bit of Tenacious D. Set painting Kriegers as SS troops. The shotgun painter. Hey, if you want to. They're your minis, you paint them how you like. Indeed, Modhale. Powerful. So I've taken a bit of the really darkened down angel green and watered it down so that I can just put some shading back in where I've accidentally wiped it out. Fill paintballs as primer, use unpainted minis as target practice. Yeah, go for it. I know you're being silly about what I said, but in all seriousness, if that's what you wanted to do, then you could. I mean, it'd certainly make for an interesting paint job. I mean, I can't guarantee you'd win Golden Demon with it, but maybe if they had a most inventive category. There we go. I haven't done a red yet, though. Which is, This is from Honey Pop! I don't know, I'm outing myself there, but, I like Match 4 games. If I didn't win Golden Demon, I'd prime the judges. Nice one, Tidders. No, I actually quite like Honey Pop as a game. Some of the conversation, well, a lot of the conversations are really pick-up artisty. But if you want a decent Match 4 game with some interesting characters and some fairly decent not safe for work content, if you're willing to patch it back in, it's not a bad little game. There are far worse games out there, that's for sure. I'm gonna go back to black there, because that bit should be really dark. There we go. I mean, what's Honey Pop? This is a safe environment, Dammy. It's okay to know what Honey Pop is here. And to be fair, the music's pretty good too. Okay, so her hood is a little bit more difficult for me because I want to try and get some shading wherever there's a crease, and the creases aren't as apparent. That's better. Is this, what is this? This sounds really familiar. Is this from Destiny? Devil's Lair boss fight from Destiny 2. So it is from Destiny. I meant it more as a catch-all term, to be honest with you, Tidders. Hey Hans, how you doing? Oh yeah, Destiny music's really fucking good. It's just, unfortunately, also got the downside of being obnoxiously loud. unless you turn it right the fuck down, and then if you're watching someone play it on stream, for example, you won't be able to hear it at all. Yeah. Well, this is it Sepix? Yeah. It's a really good track. I think a lot of the Siva stuff in Destiny 1 was like this as well, the music. I like how it's got a little twinge of, and I'm sorry if I ruin this for anybody by saying this, I like how it's got a little twinge of the Magician's Apprentice to it. Like, there's a couple of bars that are the Magician's Apprentice, but metal. And I'm okay with that. Got ya. There we go. Fuck's sake. Could have been worse, Dammy. Oh, Magician's Apprentice is an old piece of classical music. Titters. Um, if you've ever seen Fantasia, the Disney film, or have come across the magic brooms, carrying the water buckets, then that's what they're from. Never actually seen it. Fantasia was one of my earliest introductions to both Disney and classical music. And it's probably part of the reason that I have such eclectic music tastes now. I quite like it. Though, if animations set to classical music is your jam, I highly recommend Allegro non troppo, if you can find a copy of it, because it's basically Fantasia, but with a heady dose of reality. And with a very famous sequence that was riffed in a... Oh god, no. I'm sorry, whoever put this in... No. Sorry, can't do that. No. Seen The Sorcerer's Apprentice, though I don't recommend it. I didn't mind it. That's better. We've actually got some shading going on there now. So if I put her there, hopefully you'll be able to see it. I mean, this side is way better. So I'm gonna... Just gonna put a little bit more shade on this side. Got a little bit too much of the brighter green. It's weird not holding the mini while I do this. Emu has been slain. Honestly, seeing stuff like that in chat is really confusing, but it makes me happy. I'm glad that folks are, having fun doing whatever they want to do whilst I'm streaming. So congratulations on slaying the emu from World is a Hell of a... It fucking sounds it. I'd give it a go, but I don't have a lot of faith in my ability to keep people alive. There we go. That's a bit better. Got to wait for it to dry a little bit so that we can really see it, but yeah, I think that's done it. Just got to do the front now, which I'd completely forgotten about. I really like this song. And the TV show that it was the opening for. I thought the What We Do in the Shadows TV show was a fantastic continuation of that universe. Really, really funny. As always, Matt Berry was a fucking delight to watch. Like, even as a Moomin, he's brilliant. Yeah, I think they did a really good job on that. They made it very, very funny. On occasion, even topical, if I remember rightly. It's so good, Cyborg. You'll really enjoy it. I know you will. Okay, I need a slightly bigger brush for this. So go insane detail. Not quite psycho. Hey, Mum Squig, how you doing? Oops. Getting a bit too close to the camera there. Tired, but okay. Okay, I recognise this. Why do I recognise this? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Oh, it's from Cowboy Bebop. Of course it fucking is. I'm a numpty. It's been ages since I watched Bebop. I should rewatch it. It's good shit. Weirdly, I think space western is my favourite genre of anime, and it's a completely accidental thing for me. Like, I never would have really listened to anything like that before. Listened? Watched anything like that before, even. But, I think Slow showed me Cowboy Bebop. Speston, yeah, exactly. Oh, Kian, you wound me. It's not loud. Now you're just trying to make me cry. You're not allowed to say that, Dammy. You're older than me. Or unless you're defending me, in which case, please continue. You're not even, Kian, and it's fine. I forget that you lot are mostly younger than me a lot of the time. Sometimes it's important to be reminded. Oh, steady now, Tidders. Thank you very much for the treat for Porthos, Mum Squig. Oh yeah, he wanted a treat. You come up. Good boy. Oh, sod off. Yeah, if I'm old, then Dammy's ancient, bless him. You're not, Dammy. You're right, Tidders, I can't. And I've no one to blame but myself. Because I made you a mod. And I would never revoke your privileges. Because you're a bloody good mod. Well, unless you were really naughty. Then maybe. Okay, I'm not going to do anything more on the front piece there. Because, frankly, it's going to get covered up by a massive book. So it seems a little pointless to put too much effort into it. But, you know, she's got a bit of shade in there now, which is what we wanted. I might put a tiny little highlight just on the top of her boobs. There we go. I don't know how else I could have phrased that, Dammy. Boob highlighting is always good. Well, when I can get some flesh tone paints and finish setting up my Picato, there'll be even more boob highlighting. This is weird. Okay, I'm gonna go to my character brush for the next bit. Just cleaning a bit of dry paint off of the end of the bristles. There's not going to be any of the base green left on the inside once I'm done, so I'm just going over it really quickly to try and take the shine down. Oh, cool, Cypher. Also, hello. How you doing? What kind of shelves? Are we talking like big shelves, like these, or are we talking like something to put little hobby bits in? I am going to reserve judgment until it comes out, Dammy, and until I've seen some of it, frankly. Because some anime adaptations have been good, but big shelf from IKEA. Ooh, nice, Cypher. I love a good IKEA shelf. Yes, some of them are good. Especially more recently. But I don't know. The live action adaptation I was most looking forward to turned out to be naff. And I was really disappointed. So I'm not setting my hopes anywhere at this point. Especially for any adaptations that are of things I am particularly fond of. John Cho's Spike Spiegel seems good in theory. Well, we'll see how it goes. Tell you what, sometimes the tonal whiplash I get from the jukebox is fucking impressive. Gold stars, people. I think I have If My Heart Had Wings. Just gave a mother cold. Dog's ear infection seems clear. We have not scheduled another checkup. Oh, that's great news. I'm glad to hear that, Hans. Also, thank you whoever put Bob Ross in the jukebox. This is like, this is fucking goals right now. Thank you, Kian. Powerful recently new album. Oh, cool. That was fab. That was fab. Very nice. Enjoyed that. Welcome back, Buff. There. I think that will do. Might put a little bit more light just around here. Yeah, no worries, Titters. My colonists have died defending my crops from bison. Oh no! Sorry to hear that, Buff. Like all of them, or you got a few survivors, perhaps? There we go. Gonna quickly give all my brushes a clean. How are we doing for time? 7:21. Wow, I got through that a lot quicker than I expected I would. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, saw a really neat tip on Twitter the other day. Apparently, if you put a makeup sponge at the bottom of your water pot, it helps keep your brushes clean. And the sponge will soak up all of the sediment that comes off of your brush, like the paint sediment, so it'll keep your water clean for longer. It means you don't have to use as much water, which I think is fab. Yeah, so just do a little turnaround. I think that's looking quite nice, don't you, folks? She doesn't look quite so much like she's wearing a tarpaulin anymore. Okay, gold stars whoever put fucking Mothra in here. Thank you very much. Most appreciated. He's a good track. But top on is nice and waterproof. Yes, but she's in amongst all the books all the time, so she doesn't need a waterproof jacket. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I've just noticed the shiny spot on her shoulder though, so I'm gonna deal with that because otherwise it'll bug me. There we go. Hey, Porthos. Tell you what, you're clearly feeling a little impatient tonight, so I'm just gonna quickly send Slow a message and ask him to feed P. Oh, shoot. Mumsquig, if you're still in chat, I've just seen the photographs you sent me. That's really cool. I will put one of them in the Hobby Happy Hour showcase in the hopes that it appears in the reel when we go to Be Right Back or whatever. But first, I need to send Slow a message. Where is Slow? Wow, it's been so long since I've texted Slow about anything. Actually, I should probably send that to the other messaging service he uses in case he's not got his phone on him. Right. Now. It's okay, Porthos. It's just Slow, probably cleaning or cooking or something. There was a weird banging sound, and I don't know if folks could hear that. Oh, thank you, Modhail and Cyborg, for the treats for Porthos. Well, thank you, Mumborg, I should say. Ready? He did not catch that second one. That didn't work. Phones have to make everything so bloody difficult, don't they? Sorry, folks. There we go. Right, I have put that into the Hobby Happy Hour showcase. Hopefully, we'll get to see it. He's kaijuing around the city. He miniaturized. Goggle or incarnate. A little bit, yeah. Gotta go be an adult. Well, good luck with your adulting, Cypher. So, just at a slightly different angle so you can see some of the shading a bit better. Yeah, I think she's looking alright. Oh, hey D-Mac, how you doing? So I think it's time to move on to the next thing, because I actually really like that. I don't think it needs to be magical. Porthos has gone to the hallway to investigate what Slow's doing. Ah, no, he's come back. He's given up. Been lurking today. Hey, ain't no wrong with that. Hope you're doing okay. Being an adult is overrated. Agreed. Unfortunately, some of us don't have the choice. Obviously, folks have just got very good taste in music hands. I'm alright with that. Okay, so I'm going to do her satchel and her belt next, I think. And she's got a little chain on her skirt as well, so I'll probably just paint that in gold. But for the satchel, it's time to get out my inordinate amount of browns. If I can. It's always fun doing this in a small space. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a boring leather satchel. Nothing exciting. And the browns I have options of using are Martian brown, which is that sort of colour. Gothor brown, which is basically Martian brown. Leather brown, which I presume does what it says on the bottle. And dryad bark. I'll be starting with dryad bark. And because it's been sat for a while, give it a quick check first. I'm sorry if you heard my shoulder pop then. That was actually quite a satisfying sensation. Over there with you. And we'll go with the... Actually, let's go with the detail brush because it's quite a small space. Okay, Eagle, you have fun with your RP. Take care. So I say this every time, but just for anyone that hasn't heard me say it before, I don't water these paints down because they've all got Liquitex in them, which is a kind of paint thinner. So they're pre-thinned, essentially. What have you been doing tonight, Hobby? Throwing shade on an archivist. Yeah, exactly. I'm a sassy bitch, you know. I'm sorry to hear that, DMAC. And yeah, feel free to rant away in my DMs if you need to. And yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm not massively behind on the chat or anything. So focused on actually getting some painting done. Triad pork. I've switched to the insane detail. There we go. Because I want to paint the strap. And I don't want to get it all over her lovely grey dress that I worked really hard on painting a slightly different shade of grey to the resin underneath. I'm not being too precious about this either. Like, I'm gonna leave some of the areas just with the black on them, just because they'd be really, really dark anyway. Oh, D-Mac. What we gonna do with ya? I mean, I know what we're gonna do with me. We're gonna smack my hand because I keep punching the camera, but I swear you do it to confuse people. Got a little bit there that didn't have any colour on it at all. Whoopsie. I'm beginning to see that, D-Mac. See, where it comes to usernames, I'm pretty brand loyal, I guess, for want of a better description. Like, I had the same username for a decade. And then when I switched to Hobby Squig, I switched to Hobby Squig. Everything is Hobby Squig. Well, where I could change it anyway. There's a little loop there, which I think will be a clip for her chain rather than a belt loop. That sounds kind of good, Cyborg. I would watch and or play that. Is any of this still wet? No. Shame they didn't tour recently. Did get to see The Who a few years back. Oh, jealous mod hell. I love The Who. And yes, I do mean that The Who, rather than the other The Who. Oh, bollocks! I got green on her hip. You see that? Fuck. Buffering issues. Oh, no issues at my end by the looks. Is anyone else having issues? Uh-oh. smooth here. Well, we're getting a bit of a hit and miss. If there's any other UK folks in chat, can you pipe up and let us know if you're also having buffering issues? So I'm wondering if it's a UK server thing. UK, no buffering. Okay, Tidders and Dammy, it must be you then. Sorry. I'm guessing Tidder's put this in. Strong foreign internet, indeed. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought you might have done some Tidders. You bugger. Okay, so I have ungreened her hip and noticed a bit of green on her leg. That's one big fucking lie. I really like this song. Like, this is a... This is a very particular point in my life that I will never really get over. It hits hard, but dang, it's good. Yeah, exactly. I'm just finding all these bits that I missed. Shame on me. Dishonor on me, dishonor on my paint tray. There we go. Dishonor on your cow, exactly. I don't own a cow though, so... Oh, damn it, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. Right. Now that that's done, back to the brown. And a tiny bit of grey there. I think. Oh, no. Almost. There we go. Oh, shit. I always forget this has got like a 5-minute fucking thing at the end of it. She's just really annoying. Like, why would you put a silence that long at the end of it? Needed a bit of grey there. Actually, these might be little cords rather than chains. I think I'll still do them gold. I've just noticed a bit of green that I missed. Right. How are we doing? 15 minutes. Probably just enough time to put a little bit of shade on the satchel, and then we can finish it next week. You'll notice I've deliberately avoided doing anything to her face and hair. And I haven't finished priming her arm yet either. So I think next week will be the week that I finally start to tackle her face and hair as well. Oh, because I didn't mention it, I've mixed a bit of leather brown with the dryad bark. Yeah, that should do. I kind of don't want this to go on evenly either, because I want it to look like the bag's a little battered. So I'm deliberately not putting too much paint on my brush. Thank you very much for the follow, Enumerate This. And welcome to the stream. I am going to go a little heavier here though, because I want that crease to be nice and apparent. You have a new name, but you can't change your name for 2 weeks. Okay. Dare I ask? Or you enumerate this? Well, that's a part of the miniature now. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, D-Bag. That is a really good nickname. I like it. Good username. It works. I'm glad to hear that. Oops. So does this mean I've got to start calling you enumerate this now? Oh yeah, I've taken a little bit of the dryad bark and added a little black to it, just so that I can put some shadows in. It's not massively noticeable, but awesome. That's good, because that would be really confusing for me. I mean, you've all seen how I react to Mumsquig being here. She has like a proper Twitch handle and everything, and I still just call her Mumsquig. Do I need a fucking bully command on my streams now? What have you started, D-Mac? Okay, that's added a little bit of shade in some places. And now I need a little bit more, so I'm going to add more black this time. I'm going to put it here because that corner's getting crowded. On the list of really satisfying things to do with paint, when you dip your brush into it and then you take the excess off and it comes off in a lovely straight line, so good. So good. Is good feels. Hey Destroyer, how you doing, friend? Remember I was saying the only functionality I can't replicate is something to set custom alert messages on screen. Oh, nice, D-Mac. You have to let me know how it goes. This is a really nice bit of music. Thank you, whoever put that in. That was lovely. Because of course. Right. I think my last bit for today, because I have got to finish on time today, or nominally on time. Will be to just put a little dusting of really lightened up leather brown on some bits of the bag so it looks a little bit scuffed. Oh, thank you very much, Destroyer. They're holographic, because of course they are. You see, I've taken to actually painting my nails a different style every week so that you lovely folks watching my streams don't have to look at my fucking messed up nails underneath. It also stops me from biting them, which is, you know, useful. White. Okay, so I'm using a spaceship exterior because it's a nice just off-white. This is the perfect music for me to be explaining what fucking paints I'm using. Deeply unsettling, but perfect. Where is my homemade dry brush? Ah, there you are, my little friend. Hiding at the back, cowering almost. So, everybody remember my homemade dry brush? Da 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 da. Insert look how they massacred my boy gif here. And then detail brush. Really watered down. Just dryad bark this time. Just to take the edge off some of the brighter ones. A little too watered down there. There we go. Boop it with my thumb just to take some of the excess paint off. Ta-da! So that'll be it for this week, so that I can go and get something to eat because I'm starving. Guitar body stripped, all the parts removed, etc. Awesome. Nice one, titters. Can't wait to get the paint. Yeah, I bet. Okay, just quickly cleaning my brushes before we finish up for the day, because I need to get into the habit of doing that at the end of streams, because otherwise I forget. And I'll put the cover back on my palette so my paints don't dry out. Okay, so I don't have a before image, but you all remember, I'm sure. So this week, in the 2 hours that I've been streaming, which pretty good for me, I've added all of the shading to all of her cloak, which I don't normally toot my own horn, but I am actually quite proud of that. I think it looks quite nice. And I've started work on the satchel and the belt. So I think once I've done the book and her other arm, I think we're only looking at about 2 more weeks for her to be done. Yes. Feeling quite pleased about that. Anyway. Now that that's all done, She's armless. She is indeed armless. Just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for coming along. Thank you very much, Destroyer. Yeah, massive thank you to everyone for coming along today. It's been absolutely grand. I've had a really good time. Who have we got that is live today? Oh, and let's see if it worked. It did not. Of course it is. That's a shame. It looks like my happy hour bot isn't working anymore. Both Scarlet and Duke are live. Yeah, I think so. Scarlet's poorly at the minute and really shouldn't be streaming, but not that I can talk because I did the same thing when I was sick. So yeah, I think we're gonna raid Scarlet because it will cheer her up. Oh. My Raid Scarlet button is broken. Specifically, my Raid Scarlet button. That's worrying. I take it she's DMing. Cool. Okay. So hopefully it works. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Right. Again, massive thank you to everyone for coming along tonight. I've had an absolute blast. I hope you have too. We're raiding Scarlet tonight. She's currently DMing Vampire the Masquerade, so be very quiet when you join the chat. It's been over a year. Fuck. Seriously, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, people that follow, people that donate, people that are subscribed, people that cheer, people that chat, people that signal boost. Seriously, all of you. I couldn't be doing this without you, so there aren't words for how thankful I am for you lot. But I'll be back on Friday with Valhalla. And in the meantime, I want you lovely folks to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking hands, and go say hi to Scarlet. Take care, everybody.